Alright, so I'm back with this beast, the Dell Inspiron 530S. That's apparently not going to focus. I picked up a power supply. This is probably the most generic power supply I have bought in 10 years. But this is not a critical use system. Excuse me. I'm sorry if you heard that. But here's what we're going to do anyway. It fits very, very well. And we're going to go ahead and put this in. Now, I don't recall if I actually showed taking the power supply out on the last video I did with this. If not, sorry. But I know for a fact that I showed that the power supply had to have been bad because I hooked, because even though this was hooked into it, it didn't work. So that goes to the scrap pile. Now, this is definitely a cheap power supply. But for what the system is going to be used for, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I don't foresee me overloading this thing anytime ever. You know, there is no way to untangle that. That's pretty bad. That's even worse than I thought. Well, let's go ahead and get this thing plugged up. This definitely has some very thin wires, and it's supposed to have more power than the factory one, which was 250 watts, and this is supposed to be 300. Now, for right now, no, I'm not trying to make the wiring all nice and pretty. I'm just trying to get power where I need it at the moment. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pause this for half a second. Alright, I want to pay homage to one of my favorite YouTubers and say, oh, hold on, you can't see that. Give me a second. I want to give homage to one of my favorite YouTubers and say, smoke test, and try to find a hole. That would probably help, wouldn't it? Man, I can't do this, can I? Well, I didn't get electrocuted. That's always a good sign, right? Now, I'm going to tilt you enough where you'll be able to see the screen. But we're not going to go crazy here. Oh, you didn't see that. So, this works. And then, what I want to do is I have this here. This is a Windows 7 flash drive. What I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and install Windows 7. Now, you're not going to be part of that because Lord knows I've shown the typical Windows 7 install before. And I have other videos that show Windows 7 installs, and there's got to be 4 million videos on YouTube that show it. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, install Windows 7, and then I'll come back and see how it performs. Till then, peace. I actually got worried for half a second. As you can see, I'm most of the way through the install, but I smelled something that, you know, that weird electrical smell, but it's not I realize it's not a burning electrical smell. It's just like that new electronics, you know, it's got to wear in a little bit kind of electrical smell. So I'm not going to worry about it until it catches fire. Once it catches fire, then I'll worry about it. So I guess I'll be back at some point. Alright, so we're at the Windows desktop here, and I believe you can see what I can see. It's not the ideal situation. Everything came right up when I installed Windows. I didn't have to install anything else. What we have here is a Pentium dual-core E5200 at 2.5 gigahertz, 4 gigs of RAM. I mean, this is just a fresh install, so there's really not much I can show you. But it is performing very well. WordPad sometimes takes a second. That pops right up. It's comes up right up. It's I'm trying to avoid having it go in and start installing updates at the moment, because I don't want to deal with that. Free cell comes up, that loads up nice. Yeah. So this has a 500 gig Western Digital Blue hard drive, Caviar Blue, which really surprised me. That's not something that I thought the system would have, or thought that an OEM system would have. Okay, I'm going to stop trying to play with this camera, or this tripod. Alright, I was trying to get you all lined up properly, but let's see what happens. I don't particularly care about this, but some people really seem to care. What's nice is, okay, I'm gonna beat you, Ryan. I really am. I'm really gonna beat you. Yeah, so right now it's been running for the whole Windows install. The processor's nice and cool. The power supply is nice and cool, and I don't even have the case on it, so it'll be even better once I have the case on. But I don't want to put the case on until I go through with the air cleaner or the air gun and clean it out. I gotta send a message on this other computer in a second. Okay, nothing exciting has happened, but I did have to close something on the phone. That's another computer here that I have starting up. And then once, I don't even know what chipset's in this, honestly. I'll have to take a look at that in a few minutes. I may or may not be able to look at that while I have the video going. But I just want to I want to take care of some business over here while that's going on. And yeah, for some stupid reason I have Skype set to come on when I start this computer, but I don't use this computer, so this is taking a while. I'm not used to these taking this long. Actually, no, I am used to taking these this long. I just haven't ran Windows 7 in that long. Wow, this is really taking a while. Alright, so we have a 4 or 3.4, which is basically because of the gaming graphics, which I'm using the onboard video anyway. Calculations, the memory and the calculations ain't too bad. Primary hard disk isn't too bad. That's typical of a standard SATA hard drive. But all in all, this thing actually runs pretty well. I will, in the future, be doing the Windows updates on it, doing some other installs on it. And I'll go through how it's working, but for right now, I need to go ahead and get upstairs and take care of some things for the day. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this down, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.